This thing right here is the best thing to have in van life ever. My name is Shane. This is my 2013 Sprinter van. I live in it with my 2 dogs, Millie and Bucky.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark. Get Surfshark VPN at surfshark.deals/FLORB and enter promo code FLORB for an 83% discount and an extra 3 months for free.
I worked as a hot tub technician for 12 years. I had a house, I had a truck, I had a big yard, I had everything that a person could want, but I just truly was not happy on the inside. I had this fire inside of me that like longed for adventure, and that's why I got into van life. I travel with my 2 dogs and I can't just leave them at home. So the entire van is designed around their comfort as well. So it was just basically a vessel for me to go out into the world and find myself while also giving them the best life possible. The process of building my van out took me 2 months. I must have gutted my van like 3 or 4 times while building it. Eventually I got it to the design that fits me and my dogs. The van itself cost $22,000. My build out cost between $15,000 and $20,000. So this is my 2013 Mercedes Sprinter van named Roadhouse. It was at 134,000 miles. Now I'm at 154,000 miles, and I know it's gonna go for another 100,000, if not 200,000 miles. So diesel engines, they last forever. I went with the 170-inch wheelbase. It gives me a lot more space for my dogs. When you park in a regular parking spot, you're overhanging by about 3 feet. But besides that, having all that extra space is amazing. I've got the ladder to access the roof so I can service the solar panels, clean them, do everything that's necessary. I've got 4 100-watt panels up here. It gives my batteries plenty of power. I have 3 100-amp-hour batteries. Back here, I've got the trasheroo, and as you can see, I've got it filled to the top. Not only do I pack out my trash, but I also pick up at campsites that I go to. If you see trash around, pick it up. That will influence other people to pick it up, and so on and so on, and the world will be better. With this side, I wanted my van to look like a work van, so I didn't put any windows in it. So when I'm parked on the side of the road and you go past me, I look like a regular old work truck, and that was the #1 goal during stealth camping. I used to have a backup camera and a mirror that's stuck right here, but over time that broke off, so I'm gonna need to remount that. I put these bench seats in the middle here. They're kind of falling apart, but they're basically for my dogs. So my dogs can walk from here all the way into back, and this gives them the entire space right here to lay. My seat covers I got off of Amazon, and they protect the seats really well. These things are getting beaten up. That's good. They're doing their job. Right here I have an extra fridge. This is a Dometic. This was my main fridge up until quarantine happens and I needed to store more food. Basically, this fridge can hold 3 to 4 days worth of food, while my other fridge holds about 2 to 3 weeks worth of food. This is basically just for beer and my dogs to lay on top of. These are my Reflectix. I keep them up front with me just so I can put them in real easily. They just stick right here. And I'll actually put my window down a little bit and shove it in the window and close the window on them so they stay up there all the time. I got these off of Amazon. They're super cheap and you're good to go. So I have the curtain here. It's a thermal curtain, so it keeps the heat out as well. With that and putting up the Reflectix, you have tons of privacy. Welcome to my home. I went with a deep sink, so it's easy for me to clean dishes. I have plenty of room in here. To turn on the sink, I have this little switch. In here, I've got my emergency pee jug, fire extinguisher in here. I've got soaps, laundry detergents, and this is also my emergency bathroom as well. Pull this guy out, plastic bag, put the plastic bag on the inside, put this on top, and you've got a toilet. Also in the back here, I've got my gray water tank as well. It's 5 gallons, so I can just unhook the hose, pull that out, and dump it at a dump station when necessary. You'll see cedar throughout the entire van because it's lightweight. I love the way it looks. I love the knots in the wood. I love the detail in the wood. This is my spice rack. I basically just stuff everything that I have in here. I have dog bags. I have a headlamp. I've got bear mace. Got my magnetic knife rack. I've hit some serious bumps. No knife has ever come off of here. Originally, I had a paper towel holder in here that stretched from here to here, but recently I've been trying to use less paper towels and go more into washcloths and rags and stuff like that. So I took that out. I have the thermometer in here. I actually used to have it facing out towards my window. My concern was somebody coming past my van and worrying about my dogs if it's too hot or not in there. So the thermometer being visible to them was important to me. But then it just kind of made its way over here because it kept falling off and getting knocked off. But basically just tells me right now it's 79 degrees in the van. That's comfortable for the dogs. So good to go. The tile I went with is called Mercury Mosaic. It's a fish scale tile. I love the way this tile looks. I love how the white blends in with it. And that's another reason why I chose white tile for here as well. It doesn't compete at all. It all blends in and it all flows evenly. The countertops are butcher block countertops. Not too heavy, but it's very solid. I love the fact that no matter how much I cook on this, no matter how much I beat this up, if it gets chipped, if it gets scuffed, I can sand it down and I can refinish it. I've got the 2-burner here. This is basically the cooking station here, and over here is the prepping station where you wash everything, you get everything ready, turn around, boom, get it ready, cooking right here. I was a chef for 3 years, so having a big kitchen that I can move around in and do my thing in was also very important to me. Up top here, I keep all my pots and pans, everything you need. Water jugs. I can't tell you how many times I've hit my head on this and I've hit my head on this walking past. So this is just a little reminder that I'm going to hit my head. Here is where I keep my camp stove. That's outside right now. Underneath, I keep all my electrical equipment and all of my first aid stuff, as well as all of my toiletries over here. I only use 1 pound propane. It's safe, but I don't necessarily trust it 100%. And having my dogs in here, I want the least amount of propane as I can possibly have in my van without it being an inconvenience. I buy these right at the grocery store, so it's like I pull up, I go grab one, it's not a problem. Down here, I've got my dog's food, plenty of storage for that. And over here, I've got my 5-gallon water jug. This is the hose that hooks up off the back of my van. You just unscrew it right there. Take your garden hose, so I can shove it right in there. And then I actually have another shutoff in here, which is basically a check valve. So I just turn that nozzle there, and that's to prevent water from coming back up, just in case I was ever on a steep incline or anything like that. So that's where I fill up my water. When I can't find a water spigot, I always keep an extra 5-gallon water jug, and then you basically stand here and pour it in. It's what you have to do to live in a van. This is my water spigot, and it's actually my shower as well. We just hook up right here, and this is my shower. Originally, this entire area right here was gonna be a shower and a bathroom. With my dogs, I wanted to eliminate that so they have as much space as possible. I've got my guitar, backpack, I've got my harmonica, I play harmonica as well. These 2 cabinets are primarily my pantry cabinets. This is where I keep all my food. Underneath is where the propane is stored. Right now, I've just got laundry and stuff like that underneath. This thing right here is the best thing to have in van life ever. If your dogs get dirty and they come up to the van, blow the whole floor out front to back, and you're good. Now, nothing is on hinges or on slides. Everything is made of wood, so nothing slides out while I'm driving. Underneath is my fridge. It's a 120 volt fridge, but I do things like turning off my inverter at night to save power and stuff like that. Everything seems to be Velcroed. Plants, all that stuff. All my clothes fit into here. I basically stuff everything in here. I keep a few hats, all my books. The max air fan you can control from here, or I also have the option of using the remote control as well, which is really nice to have this. I had never seen a bamboo ceiling in a van before. I ordered these 4x8 bamboo sheets that roll up, and I cut them in a section and put them in the ceiling, and then these basically hold them up. This entire ceiling is actually removable. So I can take this out, I can take that out, I can take that out, and I can take all of this out, access the insulation and the roof of the van in case I ever had a leak or anything like that. All of these are warm lighting, and this entire side is cool lighting. So you have the option of doing warm and cool lighting. Right when you come into the van, you turn all the lights on that you need. Also, while you're sleeping in bed, it's easy to reach over and hit all the lights. With the L-shaped couch, it's very convenient for my dogs because they have this whole area right here to jump up and, you know, plenty of room to walk around. The way the bed works is you remove this cushion, put it over there. This bottom part slides out, and then you just take the cushions and pull them back, and then you've got your bed right here. This one lifts up. This is where I keep all my bed sheets and all my pillows, as well as my camera gear. And this side, it's actually where I keep my one wheel. I've got my tool bag, I've got my one wheel charger, I've got a 1000 watt inverter. This front piece lifts off right here. I've got my solar charge controller in the front. I can plug in right through the front right here. I've got an extension cord sitting over there just in case I need to use that. The flooring is vinyl flooring. It's that snap together flooring. It's very tough. It's very durable, especially with the dogs. These are the best carpets. They're from Home Depot. They're about 20 bucks a carpet. Keeps everything nice and clean. Perfect. The first thing I ask people that are wanting to get into van life is, do you have a vehicle? The first thing that you need to do is trade that vehicle in for a van. Get a van, even if you're still living at home. Drive the van to the store, drive the van to the grocery store. Everywhere you go, drive your van. Because once you're living in a van, that's what you're going to drive. To the grocery store, to your friend's house, to the beach, here and there. You get to the point where you're just imagining yourself in it. You're like, okay, I could do this. I could go here overnight. I could have a little sink here. I could have a little couch here. I could have a bed area over here. This'll work. When I first bought my van, I would go into my empty shell and I would lay on the floor with my hands like this, and I would just picture everything. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put a couch here. I'm gonna put a sink over here. I'm gonna put this here, this here, this here. And that's what got the wheels rolling and ultimately led, you know, me into van life.
We've been seeing our privacy and liberties fading away as time goes on. Every site you visit is tracking you, and big tech is selling your info to the highest bidder. Luckily, we can regain some control by using a good VPN, and Surfshark is fast and easy to use. It is jam-packed with features, and it can be used on unlimited devices. Surfshark uses industry-leading measures to protect your data and maintains a strict no-log policy, which means that Surfshark doesn't keep your data either. Other than privacy, there are many other reasons why you should use a VPN. For example, if you like watching Netflix, then you might know that some shows are only available in certain countries. I like Top Gear, but that's only available in the UK, but with Surfshark, I can watch it wherever I like. You can also get around things like location-based price discrimination when you're buying plane tickets, but best of all, they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk for you to try it out. Get Surfshark VPN at surfshark.deals/FLORB and enter promo code FLORB and get an 83% discount and an extra 3 months for free. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.